Well. If it isn't, you ugly, smelly, stupid, short motherfuckers. Bro saw a mirror. Shut the fuck up, man. Welcome in. Honkai Star Rail benched character tier list. Yes, sir. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in, buddy. Benched character tier list. Now, this has nothing to do with meta. This has only to do with how much we use them, have used them, want to use them, or don't use them, okay? So let's change the letters in the tiers, okay? Should the higher up be the most used, I guess? The bottom will be the most benched? Okay. The lowest tier will be never set foot off the bench. Off the bench. The tier above that will be work in progress. So maybe we don't use them too much, but it's not like they're permanently benched. Like maybe like, for example, right? There's a few characters that I'm trying to build or that I farmed for, but I never really got to play yet, okay? For a myriad of reasons. Then there's gonna be benched except for like release. Like I don't know how to say this. Like we played them a few times on release and then they've been benched since. Like benched since release patch. I should what? Add a rule?
Yeah.
Why?
Coping and no lying.
I don't cope or lie. That's a useless rule. It's redundant. It's an oxymoron. I don't cope, right, chat? Right, chat? Okay, then there's use occasionally, actively use. Okay, these are our tiers. They're pretty good tiers. Pretty good. Okay, firstly, Kalis or Stell. I mean, we picked Stell. Stell, honestly, at first, you know, I didn't really use her, but with Break, Harmony MC, actively use, okay? Break is broken. Regardless of how I feel about Stell, on one hand, Stell has ride or dies. Stell has shooters, that's all I'm gonna say, whom I wouldn't want to upset. Regardless of that fact, I do play Break a lot, so I play Stell a lot. March 7th. I like her. I think she's kind of like funny, cute, a character I resonate with. But she's benched. Now, again, does that mean I don't even need to elaborate? You know, I just don't use her. But like, she's cute. Dan Hunk. Okay, there should be a tier. Maybe it's this one and it should be lower. But there should be a tier where it's like used for a bit and then benched, okay? Because like Dan Hung, I used to play. I recorded a full guide, never uploaded it. But like, he was my first main. But then, he got benched since then. So maybe it's benched since release patch. And then we put it under work in progress. Maybe, yeah, maybe get rid of work in progress. Like, soon to be unbenched. Okay, this tier might be cope. We'll think about it. Let me change the colors. Rule 1 broken. Is that the copium tier? Okay, I'll just put like copium tier. Okay, Asta, again, played her a bit at the start, but mostly just to get through world, I believe 6 against Cocolia. She was really good at breaking fire and giving speed and attack. Now, was I really like using Asta? Honestly, like did I like build her properly, all that? Not really. I played a low investment Asta just to break shields. So for that, I would call her benched for sure. But since release patch, like 1.0, I did dabble in some Asta, okay? And as a Canadian and a part-time Quebecois, our Minister of Finance had Asta on his phone. Look it up. Pierre Fitzgibbon, Asta. He had Asta on his phone, so it's part of our heritage. Okay? Anyways. Arlen, never set foot off the bench. No disrespect. No disrespect. Herda, kuru kururing. I kind of don't do pure fiction that much because I find it boring, but like I'll do it for the rewards. How could you find it boring? Sorry! But when I do it, I play Herda. Like I actively use her for that mode, especially because for a long time I didn't have Himeko or Clara. I still didn't build them because I got them late, but I'm gonna build Himeko. But anyways, so I would say use occasionally, but if you factor in pure fiction as something you do every patch, then I would say actively use. Even though I don't use her as much as my other characters, but for pure fiction I use her. So I do maybe 5 memory chaos runs for every 1 pure fiction run. So I use like, let's say my memory chaos team 5 times more than I use Herda, but I still actively use her for the content she's good in, so I'm gonna put her there. Hook, never even played you. I almost called you Clara. Natasha, an underworld doctor. I see you in ads all the time, even on my own videos. I used you when the healers I had were Bailu and Natasha, but since then I haven't really used her. Sampo, I love Sampo. Funny guy, entertaining personality. He's benched though. Pila, my goat, my goated 4-star. I love Pila. Is she like, you know, are there teams that don't need her that are meta right now? Sure, absolutely. But I use her a lot. I still play her with Acheron because my Jiaoqiu is not really built. So I actively use. I like Pila. Serval, never set foot off the bench. QQ now, listen up. Here's a story about a little boy guy who lived in a blue house, and all day and all night and everything he sees. Listen, QQ is the character I had in mind when I was saying soon to be unbenched. Why? I like her. She's a gambler. I think she's fun, and I played her on viewer accounts, multiple, and I've cleared with her. I just never built her that well on my main, but I do like her and I want to use her, okay? Because I think she's fun. It is a bit of a copium tier, I'm going to be honest, but I did pre-farm her mats. I'll leave her there because I'm coping. Sushang, never really used her because she's a pretty, you know, she was a solid hunt carry to use 1.0 whatever, but I was a Dan Hung fan, so I played Dan Hung. Ting Yun, I use her occasionally. Good support. Hopefully she comes back with more tails. I like her. The only thing is, a lot of the units I use, like Break or whatever, I'm not really putting Ting Yun there. But if I play like Jingliu, if I play like even Argentine Dan Hung, Imbibitor Lune, whom I do use, Ting Yun. She's a good option. She's fun. She's cool. Himeko, okay, here's how I felt about Himeko. At first I was like, oh, she's pretty. Then everyone was like, this is like 1.0 days. Everyone's like, dude, she's terrible. She's terrible. Hook is better. Here's why Hook is better. I was like, okay, well, I said this, I went on record saying this, you can probably find the VOD. I said, if you go so far as to play Hook over the beauty that Himeko is, you are too far gone, brother. I said that. I never got Himeko until like 2 patches ago. I just could not get her. Now I got her, but it's so late. I have everyone built. I didn't want to build a new character, so I haven't really used her. But I do want to build her, especially for Pure Fiction. I plan on using her, so I'm going to put her in the soon to be unbenched tier. Welt, used occasionally. Less than Ting Yun though. I would say Welt was benched for the longest time because I didn't think, I was like, okay, he's good, but I didn't feel like building him. But then I started playing Acheron with Sustain Welt. I was like, this is fun. It was in my Acheron video. I don't remember if I 0-cycled or was like 0-cycle, like 1 cycle, but I played it. It was fun. I was like, this is fucking sick. And it made me like Welt. Now, since then, I'm going to be honest, I haven't used them that much, but I still like them. That was like a couple months ago, to be fair. So he is kind of benched right now, but I do believe he's soon to be unbenched, okay? He wasn't benched on release patch, so we'll put him here. That's not a like tier list. I mean, is he soon to be unbenched or is that copium? I guess if I'm like actually just like speedrunning, at that point I just run no sustain, fuck Welt, and just don't die. Okay, maybe he's benched for now, but like it was fun to use him. Bronya, actively used because I play Blade. The only problem is I farmed a lot of support sets, but I still, in order to get like, I need 171 speed for my Bronya. Or I don't know, I just go like hyper speed for Blade and I go no speed on Blade. And I also run like 160 Sparkle. And when I play Pila with Acheron, I run her on 170. So like I'm always like swapping the same 2 sets around. So at any given moment, like 4 of my supports are built and then like 4 others aren't. So like my Bronya right now is missing a boot or some shit. But anytime I use Blade, I use her. So yeah. Clara, again, I got her way too late. And then I got her after Yunli came out. So that, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I got her after Yunli came out. That's not my fault. Japard, guess what, buddy? I got Japard on the exact patch that Aventurine came out. I'm pretty sure I lost my 50-50 to Aventurine with Japard. I wanted a good shielder. I did. I wanted Japard. I did. And then guess what? Aventurine came out. I got Japard, but I'm getting Aventurine who's just, I'm sorry, broken. So guess what? I benched him. Now, is it because I didn't want to play him? No, it's not. It's because I had Aventurine. Bailu, I actually played at the start. Obviously, she didn't cleanse, but I was like, you know what? A lot of healing, 1.0. If I get debuffed, detained, whatever, dominated by Kafka, I'll just reset. But since then, she's been benched. We've gotten better healers. Yanqing, my guy. Picked him as a 5-star. Cool in the story. I saw the, like, I think old Yanqing form from Honkai 3rd where he looks like a fucking Chad. Love the guy. He's benched. Okay, I'm looking at the characters coming up. This is... Seele, you guys are actually going to type Copium. You're going to type Liar. You're going to type Sure Buddy. But I think purple, which is my favorite color, cool animations, which is my favorite color, and a scythe, which is my favorite weapon, makes it to where everything in my body says I should play Seele. I like her. I like what she stands for. I just haven't really used her much. But I do think she's... And I'm going to be honest, I think the main reason for that is because I couldn't get a good quantum sphere for like the longest. I'm gonna lock this just in case. I couldn't get, although I'm probably never gonna use it. I couldn't get a good quantum sphere forever. Like I actually could not. Now I have a good quantum sphere, but it's like too late. I do think she will be unbenched though. That is my prediction. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day she will. Jingliu, my good friend Jingliu, voice acted by Sayu, Sino's VA, a character who gets buff after buff, right? Buff after buff. He might even get better. There's a lot of new Harmony characters. There's a lot of new sets, a lot of new teams. He's new modes, pure fiction. He always gets better. He always gets better. Every time I see a post on Twitter about him, oh, he moved up 8 tiers. Oh, he moved up 8 tiers. Now, with that said, no leaks. With that said, I played him, but since Argenty came out, I think my Argenty was just better built. Now, the thing with Jingliu was, again, when he came out, and I'm not saying I've only had good takes, because I've had bad takes, but when I was first building him, again, my lightning orb sucked. My build for Jingliu was not ideal, but the main reason why is because I had Himeko's Lycone, which isn't even bad, especially for pure fiction. And I was like, yo, you get a lot of stats from this high base stack. It's okay, even if it doesn't give you crit, which makes your ratio seem better. So anytime I would show my Jingliu, not only would his damage be mid because of the, socio-economic climate and the relics that I had, but also you guys would then pile on the fact that my ratio looked bad because my Lycone didn't give me crit, which isn't my fault. And so I ended up, keeping him not on the bench per se, but on the sidelines, especially when Argenty came out and my Argenty was better invested. Now, is Jingliu the character that gets buffed, but still goes nowhere? I don't know. It's not for me to say I don't know. I don't know. Legally, I do not know. This isn't a meta tier list. It's not. It's do I play him or not? Well, I did for a bit. And I like his voice acting. I think he's a strong character. I think Lightning Lord is cool. Just in case certain people are watching, he's in the actively used tier. Now, once this clip is over, as I say these words slowly, he's in the benched since release patch, but he might be soon unbenched. He might be. Now, Sino is not benched. You guys conflate the two. Sino, I play actively. Jingliu, he might be unbenched, but we'll be honest and we'll put him here for now. I'm an honest man. Argenty, I think I use for pure fiction. Again, I do pure fiction once just to fucking clear it, get the rewards, and then I don't really look at it again because I don't care too much. But I do use him for that. So basically as much as I use Herda. So yeah. Yukong? Yeah, I never set foot off the bench. Silverwolf, actively use. Do I like her more than Pila? No, I don't. I like the AoE more than I like the single target, but she's a gamer. I respect that. And also, but yeah, I use Silverwolf, so. Because I play Acheron a lot. So I'm either playing Acheron with Dot because they're attractive, or I just play, Pila, Silverwolf. Okay, Luocha, actively used with Blade. That's basically it. Every other team I use a different sustain, but with Blade I use Luocha, so. Sorry. Luca, I played him, I think, like with Kafka for a little bit and then never again. But he's cool. Blade, that's my goat right there. Actively use. Favorite character. We love Blade. Is there some content where he might struggle compared to maybe a more meta carry, maybe a break character, maybe a follow-up attacker? Yes. I'm not in denial. I understand that. Have I done more damage with break Blade than with crit Blade? Yes. But I love him. I love what he stands for. I built him well. He's probably my best built character. Like, genuinely. I like the guy. I play him all the time. I auto battle with him. And there's been a lot of memory chaoses recently with wind weakness. Is it because of Feixiao? Maybe. But Blade has been usable and viable in those scenarios. So, he got Jade. Anyways, I actively use them. This isn't even an argument about meta, bro. I use them. Okay, what, you're going to type copium? I fucking use them. What are you going to do about it? Kafka, you as well. Kafka, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Top 5 women of all time. If you look at Kafka and I'm going to stop the sentence here. I just think she's cool. Okay, I just think she's great. I like everything about her. One of the reasons I like Star Rail is because I like a lot of the characters. I'm a very character-driven player. Even if I'm like, I don't feel like playing a game, but I like a character. Bro, I booted up Overwatch to play Genji. You think I want to play fucking 5v5 Overwatch? No, I don't. But I missed the character. So I was like, okay, I'll play a game. So yeah, Blade, Kafka, I like them. Lynx, I think she's like a great like free to play sustain. But I had Luocha and I viewed her as like, okay, mini Luocha, whatever. I've never really built her, but I understand her usage. I think she's cool. I have so many healers built. Fushuan, honestly, she was like my most used, and then Aventurine came out, and I usually like, I still like her, and I think she's great. She's also short. I like her, but I use her occasionally now. The thing is, I oftentimes run Aventurine and Huohuo. My teams usually make it to where I'm Aventurine Huohuo or Aventurine Gallagher. Or I guess Lingsha now, but that's usually what I'm doing. But Fu Xuan I still will use. Like if I'm running Aventurine in one team and then my other team wants like shielding, or I guess in Fu Xuan's case, like damage reduction so I don't die, then I'll run both. Dan Hong is better than A, my goat, but if I'm being honest with myself, it has been a minute, so I'm gonna put use occasionally. Now, every time I think about him, I'm like, bro, why am I not playing him? I like him. He's a fucking dragon. He's cool. He's fun. You know, sometimes I'm playing break or I'm playing follow-up attack, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So he has been a bit more benched than usual, but I built him well and I do play him. And he's one of my favorite characters, so I'm going to keep him out there. Similarly to Sparkle, who we'll get to shortly. Guinea Fan! We love Guinea Fan. We love Guinea Fan. She has like the little bing, bing, bing. She has the little puppy. She's awesome. She never set foot off the bench though. Jingliu is cool, but I kind of haven't used her recently. I use her more than just her release patch. Like I use her for a while. Like I played like Jingliu. I honestly played Jingliu Blade dual carry for a really long time. But since probably Jade, I haven't really played it. She's kind of in the middle. She's like in the middle between bench now, because I haven't played her in a while, and use occasionally. I'm pretty sure she's still geared. It's not like I like actually don't touch her. Because I do have her light cone. Okay, she might be a work in progress, but she has her light cone. She has like her... Okay, I took off her rope because I don't have a good... Whatever. Don't talk to me. But I did keep her on her main relic set. I'd keep her on like... She's occasional use for now. If I need like ice weakness enemies, I'm like, you know what? I'll play Jingliu Pila. She's occasional, but I do think that like if in like 3 patches I don't use her, she might go to the somewhere in here. If there was like a middle tier, she'd be in the middle tier. Can I put her in Copium? I'll put her in Copium. Topaz, actively used. I play follow-up attack teams all the time. I don't need to say more. I've been playing her a lot more since Dr. Ratio release. Like at first I kind of didn't play her too much, but recently I've been using her a lot, so yeah. Hanya? Beautiful. Beautiful character. Never set foot off the bench. But I like her design. Whoa, actively used. I like healers, man. She's great. She gives you energy. There's not really much to say other than I use her. So, yeah. She's used actively. Next up. Shui. We're going to build her one day. Resident chatter, top donator, build Shui. I like her design. Good voice acting, Yoimiya. Che-Wan-esque Bob. I'm a fan. We're going to leave her at the top of the bench tier list. I think it's very emblematic. Could put Jingliu in here too. But okay, I do think she's soon to be unbenched. It's just the words, the way we use soon is just very generous. It's very generous. You could write it off as a donation on your taxes. It's a generous stretch of the word, but she will be unbenched one day. Dr. Ratio. So if you ask me how often I use Dr. Ratio, literally the day before Feixiao is out, I say all the time. I like him. He's British. He's funny. He's fun. He's strong. Free. I kind of haven't used him since Feixiao came out, but I used him a bunch until then. So I don't really know where that goes. Like, again, it's kind of like Jingliu where they're just chilling. But I mean, I guess he's in benched. You should add a tier, soon to be benched. Soon to be benched. All right. Ranmei, I love her. I'm a break. I love break efficiency, even if I'm not playing a break team, just because it makes me feel amazing at the game. I love everything Ranmei does, except Rufias when we first met her. This isn't like a personality take. It's how much I use her, okay? It's just how much I use the character, okay? It's not how much I like them, although I do like Ranmei, because look at her. But I use her all the fucking time, so yeah. Misha! Black Swan, I use her all the time. I love Dot. I love Kafka. I love Black Swan. They're the 2 characters I use maybe the most auto battling with like Acheron or a support. Not much else to say. Sparkle, it's actually crazy because Sparkle is probably like in my top 4, top 5 favorite characters. I fucking love Sparkle. I love Sparkle. I love her design. I love her gameplay. Well, I mean, she gives you a ton of skill points. It's not really gameplay, you're a support, but like you get my point. I just like Sparkle a lot. I think there's gonna be future hybrid carries or what, like things like that will make me use her more. For now, I use her basically with my Imbibitor, sometimes with another carry I'm playing. If I don't have my Bronya built, I might use her with Blade, but usually I use Bronya. I used to play Blade, Sparkle, and Bronya, but now I play Jade. I would play like both really fast, then just spam, go. But anyways, and then basic attack on Bronya once and it would loop around. I digress. So yeah, I use her about as much as Imbibitor, but I like her. Like, if it's like how much you like the characters, she's like up there. But yeah, I use her occasionally. She's built well though. Gallagher, I use them all the time. I love break teams. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I love break or if I'm forced to play break. If I'm like, oh, this is just clearing everything all the fucking time, so I'm playing break. I don't know if I even like it. I don't even know what I like anymore, man. I don't even know what I like. I just play what I play. Like, do I like it? Do I have free will? Why do we live? Why am I here? I'm just playing break. Gallagher's great though, okay? I like his character in general, story-wise, everything. I like how he looks. He has like a stubble. He's a character that looks older than the average character, which I think is rare. I don't know. I just think he looks cool. And I use him all the time because he's good. Like, how much I use that character versus how much I like them. How much I use them is going to be influenced by meta, of course. Because if I'm just trying to clear Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, Apocalypse of the Shadow, fucking Divergent Universe, every single patch, obviously I want characters that can do that without it sucking. Now, does that mean it's going to be a meta tier? No, like Blade is the fucking #1 here. Is he the best character? No, not at all. Okay, I wish, but not at all. But obviously it's like, if break is fucking insane, I'm going to play break. But either way, I like Gallagher, so. Event Trade, one of my favorite characters of all time. Love his story, love his design. He's a gambler. My man, he says bust when he ults. He's also such a good shielder that like, if you have him and you press your skill, you don't even need the skill. You get shields passively from your fucking follow-up attack. But if you do skill, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro, you can't die. I really like him. What's his real name? Kashava. Kakavash. I know it. If I see it, I can deduct it. But I know it. The little one, Kakavasha. There's an Arabic. I think it's an Arabic cheese. We call it Lebanese, but I could just be because that's what my dad calls it. I don't know where it's from. Called like Kashkaval. I think it's pretty good cheese. That's all what I see when I read his name because it like my brain associates it, so I know it's around there. Anyways, Kakavasha. Acheron. Also use her all the time. I think she's great, very fun. I like that she could break everything. At first, I was like, this character's fucking busted. Now I'm like, this character's fucking sick. I don't know. Not much to say. We'd like Acheron in this household. Move her by Black Swan? Sure. Robin? Welcome to my... Whoa. I have a complicated history with this character. I do. It basically went, she came out, I used her a bunch. Then I stopped using her until I started playing follow-up teams again, which was, I think, with Ratio and Feixiao, and now I use her all the time. So she kind of fluctuated with me from like here to like, here, and now back to actively use all the time. So yeah, it was mostly Feixiao. But I think she's good. I wish she sang, she has a lot of good songs. I wish she sang one of like her 5 from her album and it shuffled. I think they might have said in a dev stream that they might work on that or something. I don't know if that's true. Hopefully. Because I keep hearing the same song, it kind of gets to me, but it's a good song. Don't kill me. Anyways, she's cool. She advances your actions forward, which I think for a support is fun. Like, obviously supports don't feel that fun because you just press skill, you press alt. But I like that you can like, you go on all your characters, it's about to end, you alt on Robin, everyone goes again. Boom. It's showtime, buddy. I like that. Boothill, I use occasionally. I like Boothill. He went from active to like a bit inactive to back to use from time to time. I like him. If you were to ask me who's my favorite break character, I'd probably say Boothill. Now, who's the one I use the most? That's Firefly. Why? I don't know, buddy. I press buttons on her and everything dies. I literally, anytime we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. But anytime I use Boothill, not Boothill. Okay, Boothill, great character. I use him. He's cool. But every time I use Firefly, I feel like I'm like breaking the game. And this isn't even like a meta take. It's just like my feels crafting, okay? The feels craft remote of the buff shirtless dude typing me like, this is what I feel. That's how I feel when I play Firefly. I do admit you have to think a bit to use Boothill, which I like. I do. Like, I do. I like playing him with like Bronya. I like Boothill. I like that. Like when he first came out, I remember I was looking into the guide I was making. So many people were clearing with no light cone. Why? Because he had like his signature and then the next best option was like the Yanqing light cone that gives you like a bit of stats. Like, like it wasn't like, he basically could use whatever is my point. Like it didn't really matter. People were clearing with no light cone. He's just like good character who goes break. But yeah, then Firefly came out and took. So it's probably like that in terms of usage rate. Even if personally I might favor a Boothill. Jade, I use her all the time because she's Blade's best support, and that's literally it. Okay, I don't know if I'd say like his best support. Like she's made for Blade basically, and like Pure Fiction. So I use her with Blade. Like she's part of Blade's team. So yeah. I'm only saying that because like Bronya, Blade, Bronya, Jade, that's a fucking banger team right there if you're trying to play Blade. So yeah, that's what I do. Okay, now we get to the duality. Okay, the fact that I almost forgot his name for a second is very telling. The fact that I'm talking right now to remember his name because I actually forgot it is also telling. Feixiao, no it's not. Lingsha, no it's not. Jiaoqiu! Look, when I watched Jiaoqiu's trailer, I was like, bro, this guy's pretty. He's a psychopath. He looks manipulative, but he's pretty. He's a good buffer for Acheron. He's kind of tied with her. Great for Acheron. And as someone who really likes Acheron, I'm probably going to build him and use him with Acheron. Although I do prefer like this team, even though it's not the best, just because like look at them. I do think I will actively use him. However, I was traveling during his banner. I didn't like, that was the patch I didn't get to play as much. So I pulled from like the last day of the banner and I never really had time to build him. Someone donated to build him. I did, but then I never really got him in motion. So I'm going to put him in the soon to be unbenched because I do believe I'm going to use him. I just haven't really used him yet. He doesn't even need building. Yeah, I know, man. But like, I don't know. I'm coping. Okay. He will be unbenched. March. What if I told you that I unlocked Hunt March a very short while ago? Again, it was during that patch where I played a bit less. Now, with that in mind, she's a good 4-star. She's cute. She's cool. I'm going to put her in bench since release, but I also think as far as wanting to have more 4-stars on my account that I play, March is in soon to be benched. But I'll put her here for now. I'll put her in the benched because she is, but she will be unbenched. She's good with Feixiao. I know she's good. I believe she's good. Again, this isn't a meta tier list. This is not. I think she's good. I know she's good. I don't understand how anyone can play Acheron without Jiaoqiu. Yeah, famously, before Jiaoqiu, Acheron was like a terrible unit. Famously. That's how it went down. Acheron came out and immediately she was just terrible. And then Jiaoqiu came out and now she's great. But yeah, Jiaoqiu's good with her. like, you know, best support for her. Like a good character. Okay, I get it. Well, good in that team. Anyways, March. I want to say soon to be unbenched, but I don't know if I'm lying to myself. Does that make sense? Like, I want to put her here, but I don't know if I'm lying to myself. So we'll see. This is the hopeful placement. This is the current placement. Because I know she's good and I also like her. So what's stopping me? What's stopping me? That's the question. Dude, you have Seele in there. Okay, bro. I want to unbench Seele. All right, I'll put it there. Yunli. Okay, I think Yunli being like a character with a big ass sword is a cool concept. Now, there was a bit of an incident in this chat room with her teaser. However, outside of that, I think she's cute, cool character. But this is going to be an entirely skill issue take, okay? This is going to be an entirely skill issue take, and I understand that. When I want to play a character like Yunli, I play her, and it's great. It goes well. However, usually when I'm picking a physical character, there's a chance I pick Boothill. But also, when I'm not like focusing on stream, I auto battle. Like on stream, I'll try hard if I'm working on like a video or something, which I haven't done in a while, but when I used to make bigger guides, which might happen at some point, I would manual play, all that shit. Sure, learner rotation, cool. But off stream, doing normal shit, I auto battle. Yunli auto battle is fucking what, brother. Now, is that a cool mechanic? I think it's cool because you get to like parry, it adds nuance, it adds, you know, interactivity. It prevents it from being stale. But if you turn on auto battle, well, you're not parrying shit, buddy. I'd say I use her occasionally for now, but she's in the probably soon to be benched here. But I don't think she's not, like, I'm pretty sure she's still geared. Like, she's definitely always in a usable state where I might just play her from time to time. Like, I get how to play her. You just fucking press your thing. So it's not like I'm like, she's not in like Jingliu territory where I'm not really using her ever. It's occasional, but it's like less than occasional. This looks like a meta tier list, brother. Blade is the first unit. Feixiao, use her all the time. Great character, fun character, good follow-up attacker. Looks cool. If I were to, the only thing I don't like about her is that she's wind. You might be like, why don't you like that? Well, Blade is wind, so oftentimes I have to choose between the two for a half, which, you know, makes me sad given everything. But I mean, yeah, I use it all the time. I feel like eventually, like if you ask me in a year, only Blade or Feixiao will be here. It's very hard to choose two wind carries I'm going to use, you know, actively. But maybe I'll use Feixiao and then Blade is there to look cool. Wait, how is Lingsha not even in the tier list? Oh, well, that makes things easy. Okay, Moze. I actually like him. He's basically like 4-star Topaz, kind of. It's not exactly the same, but now, yeah, you can also use March Hunt. I used him in the Divergent universe where he's auto-leveled instead of Topaz, and I enjoyed it. I think he looks cool, and his animations are pretty. However, it's very hard for me to be like, hey, I have my Topaz built. Let me just build another basically Topaz, spend all those resources, and then also bench my Topaz. Like, that's probably not going to happen. So I'll put him in soon to be benched. Actually, I'll put him in bench since release, but like, I do kind of like him. Rappa just came out today. So far, I'm having fun, and she does good AoE damage. Also, sometimes I need an imaginary character. I have imbibed her, but sometimes I'll just put Rappa to break. And I don't think she's going to be permanently in my roster, but she's not in the soon to be bench, buddy. Look, okay. I'm going to make, for the remainder of this section, we're going to act like today Rappa didn't come out. Okay, Rappa! I remember when she came out. Now, is she my favorite character design-wise? You know, in no disrespectful way, right? She's cool. No, she's not my favorite. If I were to rank her against the other full of attack characters, only design-wise, I'd say Boothill, Sam, and then Rappa. But she's pretty strong, has AoE. However, yes, these three characters are like fighting for break supports. Now, Boothill's a bit unique. He can play Bronya. He doesn't need Harmony MC, stuff like that. But it's basically like these two characters are running the same team. When Rappa came out, which was a few hours ago, I literally took my Firefly team, removed Firefly, put Rappa, Memory of Chaos 12. So it's going to be hard to play both. As of right now, I use her. We'll see where she ends up. It's impossible to tell. Now, Linksha is literally not here. She just isn't in the tier list. I don't know why. Assuming Kalis is Linksha, I'd say soon to be unbenched. Okay, because like a lot of the times I already have my Gallagher build. He's cool. He's a 4-star. Haha, relatable, whatever. So I oftentimes just use Gallagher here instead of Linksha. Now, is that to say Linksha would be bad here? Absolutely not. Linksha's a great support. However, there are two main factors to my low usage of Linksha. The first one and the main one is that while I did story quests on stream and off stream, there was a moment of time in which my Echo of War Sky Splitter was not unlocked. Now, what you're seeing right now is old footage. I have it unlocked now. I have it unlocked. But I hadn't. Why? You're like, dude, you're not playing the game? I do. But I don't want to do the quest off stream. I don't want to skip through it and not appreciate it. So I waited to stream it. Then guess what? I never streamed it. But now it's unlocked, so don't worry. I'll level her things accordingly, and I think I will use her. Now, will I necessarily replace Gallagher for her? I mean, I could, but I don't know if that'll really tickle my fancy as much. I think the team where I may use her the most is in my quote-unquote looking team, which I auto-battle with, which is this one, where you have three characters of a similar, let's say, vibe. And then Ho-Ho, who's kind of a sore thumb, if you will. No disrespect to Ho-Ho. Here, I see no reason as to why I wouldn't just put Linksha there. Don't say that. No, not sore thumb in a bad way. Just she's not Kafka, Acheron, or Black Swan. Apologize to Ho-Ho. Dude, she's literally one of my most played characters. I'm sorry. She's better than all of them. Okay, that might be true. But anyways, so I don't think Linksha is going to be benched. She'll probably be in like used occasionally or soon to be on bench. There you go. Overall, am I proud of this? I mean, okay, this is a cope. This might be like, I'm not saying it's the game's fault. I think it's my fault. For the most part, I think I use a lot less 4-stars in Star Rail a lot of the times because it feels like they're oftentimes good, but like slightly worse or similar to a 5-star I already have built. So it's like, I don't really want to invest in a 4-star that's just a worse version of a 5-star I already have fully geared. Now, if you have don't have that 5-star, then they can be really valuable to you. But it's like, I'm not Lynx came out after Luocha. I already had a Luocha really well built. If Lynx came out first, my Lynx would be fucking max level. Or it's just like, well, I kind of don't feel like playing them, which happens. The 4-stars I play the most are definitely Pila, Tingyun, Herda, and Gallagher. And Harmony MC if that counts, but that's not really a 4-star. They're just free to play options? Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like well, not all of them, but a lot of 4-stars feel like they're solid free to play alternatives to like 5-star characters. And then there's some that are unique, right? Like March. Well, March is could be similar to Topaz, but like Herda's pretty unique. Tingyun gives energy and stuff. Yeah, this is not a meta tier list, bro. March is different from Topaz in playstyle? Yeah, absolutely. I just meant that like I would probably use March in the same, I guess, team that I'm using Topaz in right now. But she has like her own unique way of being played. There's different ways you can play her, and she's a 4-star. So like I do think I'm likely to build her. But yeah. Also, my account is still, my starter account's good and my builds are good, but because I'm trying to build like literally every fucking new character all the time, it's harder for me to be like, let me just horizontally invest in like every fucking 4-star or like a new character. But also, like, to be fair, I don't know why I just don't spend these off stream because I feel like it's wasted content, so I end up never spending them. 165 fuel. So like at any point I could build like fucking 8 characters with this. Yeah.